Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a deadly duo in love that those react to some death battle.
I was wondering what he was going to say there. There was like a pause, like a dramatic pause before we went into Deadly Duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The effect was there.
That's right.
We were on suspense.
So this is a new death battle for this season, and do you want to try their names? Killua?
I would say Killua because it's not, I mean, it looks like Killua.
Yeah.
So,
K-H-L-U-A. Killua versus Misaka. Yeah, Hunter versus a certain magical index.
Ooh.
And yeah, as a certain magical index connoisseur and fan, I haven't heard of either of these before, so this is going to be a wild one. If you want all of our death battle reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you, as well as a link to our Patreon. You can get early ad-free access to all of our reactions here and on Definitely Not Definitive Games as well. So before we jump into death battle, Bethany's going to explain real quick how we do death battle on this channel, because we're a little crazy here.
I will indeed. So those of you who have watched our death battles, you've heard me say this a million times by now, but we're just going to go over it for the newbies. Last year, we did a bet on the death battles for who would be the winner. And so we both had that going. This year, we're making it more interesting. We're adding money, lots of money. So now we actually bet a dollar amount on who we think the winner is going to be. So at the end, well, I shouldn't say the end of the year, at Thanksgiving, whichever one of us has the most money gets to choose the costumes. Now, if by some miracle we were tied for money, then it would be you all, but I have a pretty healthy lead right now.
Oh, damn. Confidence, the confidence.
So I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think one of us will be deciding our cosplay for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Like that?
Yeah, no, I did not like that. The score right now is Bethany has 320. I have 245.
See what I'm saying?
We started with $250, and then I've been up and down. I've been a roller coaster. I've never actually been in the lead, but I've been up and down. And Bethany's just been like slowly climbing the charts.
That's it. We're the tortoise and the hare. I am the tortoise. He is the hare. He bets big, so he gets big gains, but then he falls behind. Whereas I'm just little by little inching my way up.
Yeah, she's like I'm like the degenerate gambler that is like, I'm on a heater, baby. I'm on a heater. I gotta keep betting money, and then I lose it all, and then I make it all back. It's just, yeah. And she's a more measured one. Also, I think you give Bucky to me during death battles, so like he distracts me, and so that I don't process all the information. I'm just gonna say it hasn't now. It's only been for the last couple of ones, so.
I will say he got very excited by your admission of being a degenerate gambler. I'm like, yeah. He really liked that part.
Yeah.
For those of you who can't see off camera, which is everybody, Bucky is now in Ken's lap. He kind of woke up from his afternoon nap.
Hunter's prodigious lightning assassin.
Misaka Makoto, Academy City's Ace Electric Princess.
Question: what is more terrifying than the all-powerful crackling might of lightning?
Lightning in the hands of cocky, hyper-talented
Yeah, Miles.
teenagers. Worst combination. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
Is that
battle.
like a checkerboard that he's wearing on?
The Zoldycks, a vicious family of assassins known the world over.
Ooh.
So infamous for their killing techniques, a single photo of any member sells for millions.
Damn.
You don't want to be the target of their next family outing. But like all families, there's bound to be a rebel.
As was the case with the middle child, Killua.
They seriously
Killua.
named him Kill? Hardcore.
Well, it might be a pun on the term kilowatt, but kill is
Okay.
apt, given he's been trained in past tensing people since he was 3.
I'll say, at age 14, he was strong enough to open a 64-ton door. Geez, what kind of workout did his family put him through? Somehow, it gave him 6 skater skills, extendable claws, and rhythm echo, a technique that lets him fool people's senses with just his feet.
More accurately, by manipulating the cadence of his footsteps, Killua can create an auditory illusion, capable of tricking even extrasensory abilities.
That's
Killua
fucking
was
awesome.
a heck of a prodigy, but despite being able to effortlessly rip out hearts, his family still thought he wasn't cold-blooded enough.
Fed up, he
Jesus.
ran away.
He had to
Not
smile
to
too many
the
of the other guy's
circus, but
heart.
to the
Like, look
Hunter
what I got.
Association, an association of people
And he's
who
not cold-blooded enough?
hunt stuff. There he tested himself in the hunter's exam and inevitably had gone head over heels for his new friend, Gon. Get it?
Oh, God, Wiz, are you still taking those waste of time improv classes?
Yes, and I think it's going pretty well.
Killua's family didn't like him making friends, so they sat him down and then calmly and politely tortured him mercilessly as punishment.
God!
It was only
Jesus.
thanks to Gon that Killua finally convinced his old man to let him go out on adventures with his buddies.
But this change of heart was no act of compassion. Killua's father saw his freedom as just another step in molding him into a better killer. And in some ways, he was right. Through his adventures, Killua learned Nen, an invisible life force that...
Yeah, it's key. It's always key.
Actually, this one's a bit more complicated. You see, Nen is utilized through 4 main principles. 10 for containing your aura while defending from physical and mental attacks, Zetsu for relieving fatigue and masking your presence, Ren for bolstering strength and influencing emotions,
That's pretty standard so far.
and Hatsu, the unique way in which one's Nen is expressed. This comes in many forms, but all fall into one of 6 types, which represent how proficient a Nen user is at certain techniques.
So it's an RPG class.
More like a hybrid class system, because most users actually fall somewhere between 2 categories, giving them differing degrees of proficiency. Techniques from these Nen categories can even be further enhanced by adding rules to their
Wolverine
use.
she had, like-
Oh, then there are the advanced principles, which...
Oh god, okay, I get it.
But we haven't even talked about Killua's Hatsu yet. Killua is a transmuter enhancer, i.e. he specializes in transmuting his aura into different forms and enhancing the power of himself
Please
and
has a boner.
others. He uses his aura to...
He makes lightning.
Yes,
And the
in
boner was
Killua's
killed.
hand, lightning becomes a deadly weapon that he can fire down as a bolt, channel through his arms, or send through metal objects.
Like his super alloy yo-yos. These bad boys weigh up to 50 kilograms. See, that's how you make a pun, Wiz. Packing enough force to shatter trees like I just shattered Wiz's confidence.
Add in Killua's lightning, and
Oh,
he can electrify
death by
anyone who
yo-yo.
touches them.
And this isn't some magic-y schmagic-y lightning. His bolts have been identified as the real deal more than once.
Meaning Killua is certainly as fast as actual lightning, especially when he uses it on himself to bust out Godspeed, a form that greatly amplifies his agility and power, letting him bypass his synapses to reflexively react to threats.
For regular folk, that much voltage would be too much. But thanks to Killua's training, he can shrug off over 1,000,000 volts of electricity.
He's also exceptionally crafty. In a Nen fight, every move matters, and strategy almost always triumphs, even against greater strength.
Killua used these
I can just have,
powers
like, a
to
giant
battle
pipe.
world-renowned
Looks like
thieves
it.
and
Smoking.
bomber mercenaries and ants.
That may
What?
not sound like much, but these chimera ants were brutal, murdering and eating people by the hundreds of thousands,
Ugh.
then threatening billions. That reminds me of an old experiment gone horribly wrong.
Killua understandably wanted to bail, but Gon pulled him back in, much to his frustration.
Killua wanted to be there for Gon emotionally, but could not comprehend why he was risking so much against the chimera ants, going as far as becoming a monster.
In other words, Killua was crushing really hard, but didn't know what to do about Gon's simple-minded impulsiveness. It didn't end well for anyone.
It wasn't all doom and gloom, though. Killua held his own against some of the chimera ants' best, surviving this forest-consuming blast from one of their captains.
Which, judging by its size, was worth several kilotons.
And he later injured a top-ranking royal guard, Yuppie.
Sure, he ran for the hills the moment Godspeed wore off, and isn't as strong as the weird horseman, but even just damaging someone who can make a crater like this is nothing to sniff at.
But amidst all the fighting, Killua still could not get his family out of his mind. Literally.
As in, his brother, Illumi, put a needle in his head, forcing him to be controlled by self-preservation, ensuring he'd always run when victory isn't guaranteed. Wiz, you think you can call CPS for that?
Thankfully, after some much-needed self-surgery and self-reflection, Killua removed it, overcoming
Thank
his
God.
mental barrier and ready to risk his life for those he cherishes.
Which he did when he finally got himself and his dear sister Aluka away from their demented family.
Good.
He brought Gon back from the brink of his creepy Nen coma.
But despite how valuable Gon was as a friend, Killua realized his unhealthy dependence on him.
So he decided to travel with and protect Aluka, finally realizing what he wants to do for the rest of his life. Oh god, the tearful romantic parting!
Still, if Gon or Aluka ever need help, Killua is sure to come running.
Ready to Killua anyone dumb enough to mess with him or those he cares about.
Academy City, a sprawling metropolis filled with schools where espers train to master their supernatural abilities.
Most of these youngins dream of rivaling the best espers, but only a few are hardworking and smart enough to do it.
Among them being Tokiwadai Middle School's Level 5 Electro Master, Misaka Mikoto.
Level 5?
She's basically
so
your
she's
Hermione.
a Pokemon, but an anime girl.
Each esper's power and utility is ranked, with Level 5 being the highest they can normally achieve.
And after working up to that level, Misaka became unstoppable. She can magnetize herself to metal, electrically enhance her physique, sense her surroundings through an electromagnetic radar, and generate billions of volts.
In addition, she can make iron sand from disparate particles in the air to form tornadoes, body decoys, or a sword that vibrates at rapid speeds for enhanced cutting power.
Just what an anime girl needs, a chainsaw. Man, if she gets serious, Misaka can even make a friggin' 6 million ton kaiju out of it.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Misaka put an end to many crimes, earning fear among criminals, admiration among her peers, and lots of personal pride in her abilities. There was nothing she couldn't overcome.
Nothing except the bane of all tsunderes, a frizzy-haired, dumbass anime protagonist.
Enter Kamijo Toma, a level 0 nobody who Misaka could not harm, no matter how many times she tried.
Oh, I hate you, but I secretly love you, and it'll work out in the end. Shut up! But she'd have more than a dork like Toma to worry about. As amazing as Academy City is, it's more corrupt than New York real estate. Years ago, Misaka gave some shady scientists a sample of her DNA, being promised it'd help cure tons of fatal diseases.
Instead, they made tens of thousands of clones of her,
Oh
sending
my
them all to
God.
be slaughtered one by one.
Specifically against another level 5 and A-tier edgelord named Accelerator. By farming all these clones, they hoped he would finally get enough EXP to become a mythic level 6. Is that seriously all it takes? How does this Esper stuff work?
Glad you asked. Espers represent the scientific side of the world, a side I'm so familiar with. All espers possess an involuntary movement or AIM diffusion field that manifests their power, letting them consciously alter reality.
Changing reality with your mind. Isn't that just magic?
Au contraire, Boomstick, it's quite scientific. Look at Misaka's signature move, the railgun. Many real-life railguns use a set of parallel conductors to generate Lorentz force. By envisioning imaginary rails between herself and her target, Misaka can create a similar yet greater effect, accelerating the speed and kinetic force of a projectile, usually a coin, into a concussive bullet. It's beautiful. It's science.
How long are you going to be nerding out over this?
Come on, this is like my one thing. Where was I? Oh yeah, thousands of dead clones. Traumatized by the
Naked dead
endless
clones.
slaughter, Misaka felt enormous guilt. You see it all the time with horrific experiments.
Sure, buddy.
She worked for days to end the clone project, but concluded it would have to end with her sacrifice.
But Toma butted in, giving Misaka the support she needed in her darkest hour, while also punching out Albino Magneto with his Esper-proof fist.
Nice.
Misaka had shouldered her burden for so long that she forgot how to rely on others. This wake-up call from her newfound crush was exactly what she needed.
But even with Accelerator decelerated, Misaka kept fighting Academy City's underbelly, all to protect her friends and free her sister clones she befriended. She dealt with a lot of trouble on the way, but had the power to do it.
In her battle with a killer cyborg lady, Misaka conjured a city-spanning storm, which, by measuring the size of the cloud relative to the city, would require over 58 kilotons of energy to make.
Jesus.
She's also fought other level 5s, not just Accelerator. She got into a middle school beef with a snobby telepath, fought this explosive weirdo, and dodged particle beams from an unhinged Karen.
The electrons of which can
Unhinged
accelerate to
Karen?
high relativistic speeds.
It's no shock. Misaka's reactions are that fast, given her lightning has been stated to be light speed on 5 different occasions.
More than just her powers, though, Misaka's greatest asset is her intellect.
It might not look it, but high-level espers constantly perform tons of nerd math just to make their powers work.
And understanding other powers has been just as vital to Misaka's survival. Take her bout with the magic Valkyrie, Brunhild.
Remember when Wiz said espers were the science side of the world? Well, these weirdos are packing the magic. A single mistake from Misaka could have meant death, but she still stalemated Brunhild.
Now, Brunhild was still stronger and faster, but it is impressive Misaka was able to harm a saint, who are normally only deployed against foes capable of leveling mountains. One such foe, Hell, froze 100 kilometers of ocean.
You'd think this means Misaka can take on all sorts of magical baddies. But alas, the power creep says otherwise.
He's actually serious. When you're dealing with crazy magicians and magic gods, even a level 5 Esper struggles to keep up. Misaka valued her abilities so highly that she struggled to maintain her self-esteem when they weren't enough.
A shame Misaka cares so much about getting stronger when Toma appreciates her as a person first and foremost.
While certainly a flaw, that ever-persistent hard-headedness will also keep Misaka around, no matter the stakes.
So watch out, because this pint-sized 14-year-old is quite literally a walking railgun.
Before we start,
Okay.
I just have to shout out how much I appreciate Wiz being able to totally nerd out on this episode. Like, we get the characters with like the laser eyes and the big guns and things that make Boomstick get all excited. But this is one of the first times that, and really for both, but especially for Misaka, I've seen Wiz actually get to have like a little nerd freak out moment of fandom, and I appreciate it.
I am going to go.
Uh-oh, you're throwing away your money. He's throwing it. It's all over the floor now.
I am throwing away money.
He's throwing the
It's
money.
all over the place. I'm gonna go with 20 on Misaka.
Ooh.
Knowing nothing about these characters, I'm going 20 on Misaka. She just seemed crazy powerful. She can summon like a 6 million ton whatever kaiju, and she's got like tornadoes that she can throw up there.
Iron tornadoes,
and she's fast as the speed of light. Which I mean, the other guy's fast as lightning. So I mean, that's their speed might be the same. She's going up against saints, which I guess are super powerful, godlike beings in this world. I was gonna go with Killua because one, his name Kill, so I was gonna go with that, and then two, because like they compared him to some key chi whatever in Dragon Ball. So when you have the Dragon Ball reference and you're like, Dragon Ball is super crazy power levels. So I thought maybe I'm like, okay, well if they're comparing him to Dragon Ball, maybe this guy's gonna win. And he was super impressive too, and he had a lot of great powers. But at the end, and maybe they're just maybe it's because it was the last one that I saw, but Misaka just seemed crazy powerful.
Well, darn you. Because I was going to choose Misaka.
You still can.
She's a nerd.
Yeah.
I fully appreciate. And she feels kind of like the Hermione Granger of like the world that she's in.
Okay.
And I totally want to put money on the person of intellect.
Then do it.
But my husband just put $20 on her.
You put 5 on her if you wanted to.
I know I could. And we've done this before.
Put 50 on her.
But now I'm like revisiting Killua in my brain. Because I'm like, the rebel.
Yeah.
From the broken family.
He's got his story I like better.
And his family's kind of fucked up and he rebels against them. And I respect that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Would you stop biting me? Got a little Killua of our own right here.
You bet 5. Surprise.
I'm going to bet 5. Which is a shocker, I know. But I'm going to put it on Killua.
Okay.
Because then that way, no matter who wins, I'm happy.
All right. 5 on Killua. Let's do it. Come on, Misaka.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
Death
battle!
Hey, that's mine. I've been looking for it all day. Give
Your
it
frog
here.
coin?
You want it?
Come and get it.
Get it.
All right, well, now I gotta kick your ass.
You were saying?
Coins, huh? I had a butler who used these.
Oh! Damn! She electrified her booty.
Oh.
Focus. It's a trick of sound, not
Yeah.
sight.
Smart.
I thought that might be a helper out.
Nice.
He's good at hand-to-hand. Better keep my distance.
She has stronger lightning. Gotta get in close.
No problem.
Oh yeah, his yo-yos. Yo-yos of death.
Time to break. Now's my chance.
You don't know when to quit.
Ouch.
She's hiding with an umbrella?
Wait, what'd she say?
It looks like an umbrella.
It's a sword.
It looks like an umbrella.
It does not look like an umbrella.
It looks like an umbrella.
Oh no! Don't tell me it's over that quickly.
No way. Oh. Oh, she's big now.
You're the kaiju.
Catch this.
Oh damn, he's super fast.
She's keeping this thing together with electromagnetism, meaning it can be disrupted.
Ooh, was there
Oh! Oh, I think I'm gonna lose.
Oh.
Oh, just grabbed her heart.
Uh-oh.
What the hell?
35 meters. Altitude, 45, 40. Now.
I think I'm gonna lose. And she got her first.
That was like the quickest fight ever.
The angle, the electromagnetism, the science. It's.
All right.
Whiz boner.
Breather there, champ.
Whew. While Killua's assassin training made him a vicious threat, Misaka's abilities and know-how gave her the counter she needed in this mind-numbing battle of wits.
Killua could survive kilowatt-ton level blasts, and given some leeway, could scale to Yuppie, whose crater feat was worth 18 megatons of TNT.
Damn.
Impressive, but the storm Misaka created beat anything Killua has done directly. And given similar scaling to Brunhild, who Misaka not only harmed but stalemated, her output could reach hundreds of megatons of TNT. Meaning, no matter which numbers are used, Misaka would always have the advantage in raw electrical power.
No surprise there. Killua may have shrugged off 1,000,000 volts of electricity, but Misaka can dish out and survive billions.
Oh my
Still,
God.
Both characters have contended with and harmed stronger opponents, and the two power systems they work under have allowed weaker opponents to defeat stronger ones in the past.
So might alone wouldn't net either a win. Plus, Killua was way better at hand-to-hand and physically stronger.
Knowing his crafty assassin skills, things could have gone south for Misaka if she wasn't careful.
But
Yeah.
fortunately for the railgun, she was. Her fight with Brunhild shows she knows how to deal with tough, up-close threats while keeping her distance.
And being able to dodge particle beams meant Misaka was more than fast enough to react to even Killua's lightning-quick speed.
Add to
It
that
looks like
her
an
bigger
umbrella.
pool of powers.
Does not look
and
like
she
an
had
umbrella.
plenty of ways to
I have no
counter
idea what you're
Mako,
talking about.
Since Killua's lightning, or just pin him in place long enough
Like
to
a closed umbrella is what you're talking about?
Yes.
Finisher.
Okay.
Killua was strong, but
Maybe.
he wasn't gonna outmuscle 6 million tons of iron sand.
Killua was a prodigy in all things Nen, lightning, and killing, but Misaka's varied electro powers, quick reflexes, and scientific brilliance let her cash in a win.
But hey, at least she let Killua keep the change.
Hey.
Him.
The winner is Misaka Mikoto.
All right, we gotta see who's next. This because this is a new season.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We have a new Death Battle releasing every 2 weeks this year.
Yes.
And click the join button to get new perks and extra content. Planet level members even see Death Battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
What's next one?
Is that Rocket and?
Oh my God!
Oh! Nice, and Stitch.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Oh, I don't know who I'm here for.
Oh wow! That is the first time I bet $20 and actually won on the character. So nice. I needed that win. That brings me up to 265, and you only go down to 315. So
I could afford to lose that.
Oh Jesus! I mean, you can't even give me a little bit of a win. Just on this one, you can't even give me a little bit of a win.
I'm sorry for all of those who watched last year. How much did my husband gloat? Can we just have a moment to reflect here?
I did it playfully and lovingly.
I think I'm playful.
This feels like it was the quickest death battle ever, though. Like the fight seems super short. Was it just me, or like?
Bucky's having a little bit of a tantrum, so Ken's just gonna grab him. He was trying to bite my hands, but
I'm
now
getting
he's
bone to bite.
in Ken's lap with a bone, and hopefully that'll be less painful in my
Yes.
hands. I did feel like it was short. I don't know if I felt like it was super short. Like I don't know if it was the shortest death battle we've ever seen. But it did feel like they went through the evolution of the characters and their various fight modes to the final conclusion rather quickly.
Yeah. It just didn't seem like, I mean, I feel like in other ones there have been like 2 or 3 times where we're like, oh, I think they're gonna win. Oh no, the other person's gonna win. Like, it goes back and forth. I don't know, maybe it's because they were fast characters that it seemed like it was over quickly, and so they got to all their abilities pretty fast.
I think it was also the rip out the heart. Oh, we think that person's gonna win.
Yeah.
And then it was almost immediately, no, he's lost.
That was a nice psych out though. I definitely thought Misaka was dead.
Yeah, no, I appreciated that, but I think it was a very quick turn of events. Whereas in the past, it's been like, oh, we think somebody's died. Oh no, they're still alive. Okay, fight. Oh no, and then the other person's dead. Oh no, they're still alive. Fight. Like there's been some fighting in between, whereas this one was really just like, you think this person's dead? You ain't seen nothing yet. This person's dead.
Yeah, I guess there was a lot more like dodging going on in this one. As far as like, and I was impressed with how Killua dealt with the kaiju and everything like that, and like knew right away that, like, okay, well, I can use my electricity to kind of like get rid of like disrupt how this kaiju is being like, you know, brought together. Really excited for Rocket versus Stitch. Can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be phenomenal. I'm definitely.
Have you ever seen Lilo and Stitch?
I don't think I've ever seen Lilo and Stitch. No, I have not.
Oh my God, you have to see Lilo and Stitch.
I will have to see Lilo and Stitch. That is what's gonna have to happen. But also, like, I mean, I just don't know how I could go against Rocket. Like, I'm already gonna say right now, I have a bias. $5 on Rocket. I'm preemptively putting it in.
But like, you haven't seen Lilo and Stitch, and I will say this as somebody who, when Lilo and Stitch came out, I was like, what? I was like, okay. I mean, like, I love you, Disney, but that's kind of, this feels like a swing and a miss. From all of the advertisements I saw and everything, I did not see it when it first came out. I was finally convinced to see it. Like, I kind of watched it begrudgingly. And oh my God, Stitch is so amazing. So you need to see that before we watch this death battle, because otherwise your inherent bias toward Rocket will be plain because you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
It just throws up our whole movie thing into flux, because, you know, we usually let the community decide on the movies we watch. Although we did see Super Mario Brothers.
Lilo and Stitch.
Well, they don't. I mean, we can watch it. You know, whatever. We're grown ass adults. If I want 4 cookies, I'll have 4 cookies to ruin my dinner. If I want to watch Lilo and Stitch, I'll watch Lilo and Stitch. So we can still watch Lilo and Stitch.
Boom.
Yeah. Anyways, though, Bucky's going crazy, so we're gonna have to end this.
Yeah.
And if you want all of our Death Battle reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you, as well as a link to our Patreon. We get early ad-free access. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for this Death Battle. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.